Welcome to Electronic Status Reporting, or ESR, web reporting for the manual entry of loan investor and default status codes for single-family housing guaranteed loans. The topics we will discuss include logging into ESR, entering monthly investor status reports for each loan, and entering monthly default status reports for each applicable delinquent loan. To access ESR, users will first log into USDA Link from the web address provided on this slide. From the USDA Link homepage, please select RHS Link Home. Select Electronic Status Reporting. This will take you to the eAuthentication login page. If you have an activated user ID, please enter it along with your password and then select Login. If you do not have an activated Level 2 eAuthentication account registered with the approved lender or servicer for which you are reporting monthly loan statuses for, please refer to the ESR Introduction Training and the Gaining Access to ESR section of the ESR User Guide for step-by-step instructions to create and activate your own eAuth account. A successful login for ESR will direct you to this home page. There are two reporting options available. One is web reporting. This is the option discussed in this training presentation. Web reporting is the manual data entry of each individual loan in regards to monthly status and default status. The second option is EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange. EDI allows servicers to create and upload X12 batch files directly into ESR and then retrieve rejection and/or correction reports. Both options are available to all loan servicers. Please determine the appropriate reporting method for your needs. All monthly investor status and default status reports may begin on the first of the month and are due by the 6th government business day at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. No changes or updates to any loan or default status will be allowed until the next monthly reporting period. Rejected loan statuses and/or identified errors may be corrected beginning the 13th government business day of the month until the end of that calendar month. Web reporting includes the options of monthly status for loans that are not delinquent and monthly default status for loans that are currently delinquent. The monthly status option must be completed for the entire portfolio of guaranteed loans, and it is due each month. Remember, the reporting window opens the first day of the month and is due by the 6th government business day at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. To begin the manual entry of monthly status reports for guaranteed loans that are not delinquent, select Monthly Status. This is the Monthly Status Retrieve/Review Transmission homepage. Your lender ID, USDA assigned branch, and report date will be listed at the top of the page. You must enter the borrower's Social Security number in order to update their monthly status for this reporting period. Then select Retrieve Borrower. If this is the first time you have reported for this borrower, you must complete the data fields that are displayed on this slide. If this is not the first time you have reported for this borrower, the bulk of this information will automatically be completed for you. Please review all of the information to ensure accuracy. The Investor Status Reporting Action Code must always be completed. Investor Reporting Action Code options include 01 for active, 02 for loss pending, 09 for payoff, and 10 for servicing transfer. Make the correct selection for the monthly status of this loan. Review all of the entered information and ensure that there are no errors, and then select Save. You will be able to review each borrower that you submit a monthly status report for from this home page. If any borrowers require modification of data entered, or if you wish to delete the individual borrower record, you may do so by selecting the Modify/Delete option highlighted on this slide. Once selected, the borrower record will display, and this will allow you to make corrections or delete the record. Once you have made your changes, select Save. When all borrowers have been reported, you may select Submit Transmission to send all data to USDA. A successful transmission will be confirmed. It will include how many records you submitted and the date. If you wish to print a receipt of this submitted transaction, you may do so from this page. This will confirm that all monthly investor status reports have been transmitted. Next will be the delinquent loans. Returning to the ESR homepage, you may select Monthly Default Status. This report must also be completed for each delinquent guaranteed loan every month. Reporting for default status codes also begins on the first of the month, and all are due by the 6th government business day at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The default status retrieve/review transmission homepage will also display the lender ID, USDA assigned branch, and report date. You may enter the borrower's social security number and then select Retrieve Borrower. The borrower's record will display. If this is the first time you are entering the borrower as delinquent, please complete all of the applicable data fields. Delinquent loans must always have the first status of mortgage code 42 selected to state the loan is delinquent. This will open the default event. If additional status of mortgage codes are applicable to this reporting cycle, these must be entered as well. The more codes entered, the better information USDA has available to determine the success of servicing options. The first time you enter a borrower, you have the opportunity to capture 2 status of mortgage codes on this screen. If more than 2 codes are applicable for the borrower, there is an Add Status button available at the bottom of the screen. By selecting this, ESR will allow you to enter more than 2 codes. This slide displays all of the status mortgage codes available to the servicer. There are many options, so please report all applicable codes for each delinquent loan. The status reason code is also an invaluable data entry to assist USDA to offer viable servicing options and maintain the health of the portfolio. If you choose 015 Other, then document the loan file with the other reason for the default. There are 14 viable options that are typically the prime reasons for a default to occur. Therefore, when Other is selected, USDA will be looking for additional servicing notes and supporting documentation to be retained in the servicing file. Other will typically apply to delinquencies due to natural disasters or the reinstatement of a delinquent account. As stated earlier, there would be plenty of documentation available to support the selection of Other in these specific circumstances. When all of the delinquent borrower data has been entered, review the entries and select Save. When the record is saved, it will display on the home page for review. Please carefully review multiple default codes when reported. In this example of the highlighted multiple code entry, the borrower was reported first as a code 42 to open the default event. This was due to a status reason code 003 for illness of principal mortgage family member. The second code was 34 to denote a natural disaster has affected the dwelling and/or employment of the borrower, and the status reason code is 015 for Other. This is an appropriate selection because there is no status reason code specific for natural disasters. And finally, code 78, which indicates the borrower has applied for or has been approved to receive payment assistance through a local, state, or federal agency. The status reason code remains at 15 for Other, which continues to apply because none of the other codes would be appropriate. This is excellent reporting, which paints a very clear picture of the borrower's current position. And don't forget, all new delinquency events that are reported must begin with a status of mortgage code 42 for delinquent. Once the 42 is reported, it will not be necessary to repeat that code again unless you revert back to it after a failed loss mitigation option or other eligible scenario. Be sure to report all applicable codes for the default event. And remember, the more thorough you are in reporting these events, the more information USDA can analyze performance in order to offer you and our rural homeowners additional servicing options and flexibilities. When all monthly defaults have been reported, you can review the entire list from the Default Status Retrieve/Review Transmission homepage. If any individual report requires a modification or you wish to delete the record, select the Modify/Delete option. The individual borrower report will display, and after you make your corrections or choose to delete the file, be sure to select Save. Select Submit Transmission to send all monthly default status reports to USDA. A successful transmission will be confirmed. It will include how many records you submitted and the date. If you wish to print a receipt of the submitted transaction, you may do so from this page. This will confirm that all monthly default status reports have been transmitted. USDA Links Training and Resource Library provides a lot of great information and training for ESR and many other USDA single-family housing guaranteed loan topics, including origination, the guaranteed underwriting system, and loss claims. You may access ESR information by selecting Electronic Status Reporting from the list of links at the top of the Training and Resource Library page, or you may manually scroll down the page until you locate this section. All training and documentation materials will be updated as necessary. The ESR User Guide will soon be added to the USDA Link Training and Resource Library to assist users to navigate to topics for assistance. This slide displays the specific help section for web reporting. This table provides specific resources to assist you with any ESR-related questions or technical issues you may encounter. Depending upon your current needs, USDA has a contact option that you can reach out to for help. This will conclude this session. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for your support of the Single Family Housing Guarantee Loan Program. We are proud to help you serve more rural home buyers nationwide.